Imagine walking into a busy American airport. The sound of rushing footsteps, flight announcements, and chatter fills the air. But tucked into a quiet corner, a man spreads out a prayer rug, raises his hands, and whispers, Allahu Akbar. A scene that once might have felt unusual in the heart of the United States is now becoming more and more common. Because Islam, the religion of peace, discipline, and submission to Allah, is not just being practiced quietly by immigrants. It is being embraced by Americans themselves, in growing numbers that continue to surprise the world. The United States, often called the melting pot of cultures, has become one of the fastest growing homes for Islam. It is estimated that over 3.5 million Muslims live in America today, and that number is steadily rising. Every year, thousands of people take their Shahada. They stand before witnesses, raise their finger, and testify. These words, so simple, are transforming hearts and changing destinies across the nation. What's truly remarkable is who these people are. Many are not immigrants or children of immigrants. They are men and women who were born and raised in America, raised in different faiths or sometimes with no faith at all. They searched for meaning, for truth, for peace, and they found it in the words of the Qur'an. One of the most striking facts is that the majority of new converts to Islam in the United States are women. In a society that often confuses freedom with exploitation, many women discover that Islam gives them something deeper: dignity, honor, and clarity of purpose. They read the verses of the Quran that speak of Maryam, the mother of Isa, peace be upon him, and they realize that Islam does not chain them, it elevates them. They hear about Khadija, the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad, and they see an empowered woman, a businesswoman, a leader, and the first believer in Islam. And suddenly, the hijab that was once seen as a barrier becomes a crown of strength, worn with pride. And then there are the men, athletes, musicians, soldiers, professionals, people who thought they had everything this world could offer. Fame, money, opportunity, yet they felt an emptiness inside. And when they heard the Quran for the first time, when they touched their forehead to the ground in sujud, they found a peace this world could never give. Islam gave them discipline, a reason to wake up at dawn for far, a reason to turn away from intoxicants, a reason to live for something greater than themselves. But Islam in America is not only about individuals, it is transforming communities. Mosques that were once small storefronts are now growing into beautiful centers filled with thousands of worshippers. During Ramadan, entire neighborhoods light up with the energy of terawih prayers, community iftars, and charity drives. Food banks, clothing drives, and shelters are often supported by Muslims who take seriously the command to care for the needy. Schools are opening where children can memorize Quran alongside their academic studies. Universities across the United States now have Muslim student associations, where young Muslims proudly organize events, dawah programs, and prayer spaces. And the wider society is beginning to take notice. Ramadan is now publicly recognized by mayors, governors, and even the president. Eid prayers are sometimes held in stadiums, parks, and public spaces where thousands gather, filling the air with takbir, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. But brothers and sisters, it is not always easy. Islam in America still faces many challenges. Misconceptions, prejudice, and Islamophobia are real struggles. Some new Muslims lose friends, family, or jobs because of their choice. Others face harsh criticism from society. Yet what is incredible is that these hardships often make their faith even stronger. Instead of breaking, they bend closer to Allah. Instead of walking away, they hold on tighter to the rope of Islam. And here is the miracle: many people who first hear about Islam through negative media coverage end up seeking the truth for themselves. They search. They read the Quran. They ask questions. And in that search, Allah guides their hearts. What was meant to scare them away ends up pulling them closer. Subhanallah, this is how Allah spreads His light, even in the darkest of times. America is changing. From the East Coast to the West Coast, the sound of the adhan is being heard more than ever before. In Detroit, in Dallas, in New Jersey, and beyond, mosques are growing, Muslims are thriving, and Islam is becoming part of the fabric of American life. The light of the Qur'an is shining in a land once thought far from Islam, and it is touching the hearts of people in the most unexpected ways. And perhaps this is a sign for us, a reminder that Islam is not a religion of one people, one language, or one land. It is a mercy for all mankind. Allah promised in the Quran, they want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will perfect His light, even though the disbelievers dislike it. Surah As-Saf, 61:8. No matter the challenges, no matter the obstacles, Allah's deen continues to spread. So brothers and sisters, as we watch Islam grow in the United States, we must ask ourselves, what about us? Are we carrying this message in our own lives? Are we living Islam in a way that inspires others? Because perhaps the next person to embrace Islam could be someone who sees your character, your kindness, your patience. Perhaps Allah uses you as the reason someone else finds the truth. By the end of this video, remember this: the story of Islam in America is not just about numbers, it is about hearts. It is about the promise of Allah that His light will shine everywhere. And it is about the reminder for each of us that no matter where we are, Islam is alive, Islam is spreading, and Islam is the path to peace. Allahu Akbar. Islam is not only embraced in the East, it is being embraced in the very heart of the West.